Grand opening, grand closing.
What's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers, your only friend these YouTube streets, Puerto77, back with another video. And I think this one is just Xbox fanboys are just losing their minds at this point. They're just absolutely saying the ridiculous stuff. You can clearly tell that they're just coping with the fact that, you know, their masters abandoned them and that PlayStation's pushing ahead. They continue to value the console, something that we haven't seen from Xbox for a good long while, and they're just really upset. Let's just start with this right here. We got, you know, Astor ranks, Astor, always with the Xbox propaganda. And look at, let me put a closer, but look what he's really saying right here. Look at this nonsense. He's saying why some people are worried for Xbox XS because of the PS5 Pro. It's just a Series X version from Sony without the X12 Ultimate features. Also, there's a boost coming for Xbox without a new hardware, but just with an update of the X12 Ultimate. No worries. This guy really thinks that the PlayStation 5 Pro is the equivalent performance of the Xbox Series X, but not as good because it doesn't have the X12. This guy's absolutely out of his mind. This guy right here, he's coping so goddamn hard. I mean, hell, the Xbox Series X can't even go compete really on a day-to-day basis with the PS5. We already seen PS5 outperform the Xbox Series X in many games. Like, oh, this is just sad. This is absolutely sad, right? Now I'm kind of glad they're making the Pro just to see this guy squirm, because you know behind the scenes this guy is just hurting. He's just in pain, and he's not the only one. Let's see this one right here. This one's gonna give you a good laugh. This one's right here is just coping. You know, you got people here that is still trying to defend her, you know, because Xbox at this point is that chick that's unfaithful, yet the boyfriend is still calling her and saying, please come back, baby, all the while she's on the phone getting reamed by the next guy. Like, literally the guy's begging her to come back while she's getting reamed. This shit is such craziness. Like, stop it, guys. She don't want to be saved. What are you guys doing? You're calling her back while she's getting filleted. This shit is crazy. Bro, she already started her OnlyFans. What are you guys doing? Show some self-respect at this point. But now listen to this nonsense. This is what, Turboverse? Oh my God, Turboverse. What are you doing? It's over, bro. You ain't got to save her no more. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't loyal. She was never loyal to you, bro. Come on. You got to move on.
What is up, everybody? Turboverse TV here today, and we're going to talk about the specs of the PS5 Pro, which have been revealed. Many Sony fanboys in particular are speculating that this thing is going to be as strong as one of those high-end GPU cards, like a RTX 4070 or 4080, I believe they were saying. It turns out it is not the case, which it should be obvious. Like, this thing is going to cost like 600, 700 at most.
Well, it's clear that's true. You got a lot of PlayStation fans that are trolling. I didn't say a lot, but you got the trolls, and then you got stupid people that's just doing some nonsensical stuff. I think it's about time that people just say, let the console come out and let it perform to its capability. I think right now, we've been saying that. A lot of people have been saying that. I think the majority is on a sit and wait. I think the main question, you got two main groups, and the real two main groups that you have is group number one, for whatever reason, they're hoping this thing comes out at $500, which is just stupid. If this thing comes out at $500, it's gimped. There's no way you could come out with a proper mid-gen refresh at $500. It's an enthusiast console. It's a tech enthusiast console. It's a console meant to do one job: be significantly better than the PS5 for this generation. And it's going to cost. This is the only place, you know, gaming is the only place where you got gamers who want first-class tickets but don't want to pay first-class prices. That's just simply not how it works. So for all the $500 gamers, y'all need to be ignored. This console's not for you. Stick with the Slim. That's the console. For this console to be worth its weight, minimum 600, and that's without the disc. Not even with it. Without the disc. 600 all digital. I'm projecting, in my opinion, 650 all digital, 700 with the disc. But that's just me.
Hey, that's like, why would they make a console as strong as a high-end PC? Like, that's just stupid. But Sony fanboys really believe in that nonsense. But apparently from the specs that was revealed, this thing is only going to be 10% higher than the standard console. Then I was like, if it's only 10% stronger, then like, what is the point? What's the purpose of even buying this thing? You might as well wait for the PS6 at that point if you're going to be about it.
Well, no, the CPU is a 10% performance, right? But the overall console is said to be 45%. You know, but what's funny is the very article you are looking at, and we'll go look for it right now. This is what's funny. The very article that you're looking at, and we'll go look at it. Let me go down clock it here. From Inside Gaming, it's funny because you have Inside Gaming. I think I had it bookmarked. Inside Gaming, maybe. Let's see. Here we go. This is the actual article that you were looking at, and when you click on that article, it tells you. And I'm gonna zoom in now. Well, I think you guys can see it. Let me put it to where you guys can see it. Right now, every article tells you that it's the CPU that's a 10% increase over the standard console, right? But there's other aspects. For example, the system memory is an increase of 28%, right? Audio, 35%. Now this is the big one, rendering, 45% faster. That means the GPU rendering is 45% better. And then it also has what I like to call the pisser technology, which is pretty much just a copy of DLSS, FSR. So this is PlayStation's own version they're playing with, which is a good thing, I think, right? I think this is really pissing off you Xbox fanboys, right? And the reason why is, regardless of how you feel of the comparison between this DLSS, FSR, but I think all the fanboys are like, oh, that's a waste of time. No, it's not a waste of time, because that just shows, you know, the people who make the console still actually give a shit about the console. And I think a lot of you Xbox fanboys, that really pisses you off, because Sony's still trying to come up with unique, custom-made capabilities for the console, which is a clear sign that they still give a shit about the console. If you didn't give a shit about the console, you wouldn't be wasting energy and effort in this stuff. And I think that really got you Xbox fanboys coping and seething, right? Because this is shit you haven't seen in a long time with Xbox. Usually anything with Xbox is always tied to PC, and more often than not, whatever improvements is done for the box is really because of the PC, to make it closer, so that way it's an easier time to get games on PC rather than the console itself. And that thing got you guys seething and coping, and it's so freaking hilarious that you guys are seeing Sony putting effort into this console. But let's see how much more tears this guy's gonna have to cope with.
PlayStation console, like, there's just things that seem like a complete waste of hardware, complete waste of time and money and effort put into it. I don't know what's up with Sony, but their decisions lately.
Oh, great, a commercial.
Completely trash. Like, I just did the video about the PSVR 2 not doing well. They stopped production on that. And it's like, this is already seeing dead on arrival before it even launches. Like, people are really going to buy this because they're going to hype about GTA 6. And they're proclaiming it's going to run that game at 60 frames per second, but they saying that even with this 10% bump, it still won't make a GTA 6 be 60 frames on console. So you're still going to play it on 30 frames. Then what is the point at that point? What is the point of buying this? So,
I mean, hell, you guys play Starfield at 30 frames. The world's most powerful console, and you can't even play a game that runs at 60 frames on the Aces ROG. And if you don't believe me, go to Doc Dark's Twitter account. He's actually showing 1080p 60 frames on freaking Starfield. That's just an embarrassment. Look at these guys. These guys are trying to convince people not to buy this. You know, it's just sad seeing you guys hoping to Sony fail just because Xbox actually failed. Yes, Xbox actually failed. Right now, there's only two companies that actually give a damn about their console, Nintendo and PlayStation, right? Sure, PSVR is not a success. Meta completely dominated the spectrum, right? But at least Sony entered something to try to appease something for their console fan base. You guys got nothing for the console fan base. There's absolutely nothing. Your console is a complete joke. I mean, at this point, why did he even bother to create it? Hell, why are they even creating the next gen console? Oh, I know why. Simply for Game Pass. Your next gen console simply only has one purpose: to get people to subscribe to Game Pass, right? But this is complete, clear coping. It's just hilarious. You could tell how upset these guys are. These guys are like forced to go to PC. This shit is so hilarious.
Who knows? We only truly know when this thing releases, so it's all speculations at this point in time on how this thing is actually going to perform. But for right now, it is not looking good. Not looking good.
That's probably the smartest thing you said in this whole video. Just sit and wait and see how it performs, right? But the one thing that we know that isn't looking good and is actually factory is the Xbox Series X. We know that's not looking good in every aspect, from performance to even games, because now your games is for the streets and you're still trying to call her to get her back. Oh man, you Xbox guys, you got to stop this nonsense. Like, just give it up. It's over. I mean, if the last 3 years of doing free labor and non-profit work to try to Xbox look good and PlayStation look bad, and it completely failed. I mean, the end result was Microsoft saying we're making games on PlayStation. If 3 years of non-profit work and it resulted in PlayStation getting more Xbox games, if that didn't tell you that this is a losing fight, what makes you think you guys have any sway, clout, or even any bit of influence to try to think the PS5 Pro is going to fail? The only way PS5 Pro, and for one, again, it's an enthusiast console, and among the enthusiasts, it's only going to be a failure if it doesn't meet some level of expectations. And right now, the one main thing that would hold it back is the price. If Sony is more concerned about releasing a $500 Pro, it's absolutely useless. There's no point. Release an expensive Pro. Most people are not going to buy it anyway. We already seen that with the first mid-gen refresh. Majority of the Xbox gamers bought the Xbox Series, not even the Xbox One S over the Xbox One X. The majority of gamers bought the PS4 Slim over the PS4 Pro. And in this gen, majority of the Xbox gamers bought the Xbox Series S versus the Series X. So clearly in console community, when given a choice between powerful hardware versus weaker hardware, majority will choose the weaker hardware because most console gamers just want to pick the platform that has the games, which is probably why PlayStation sold the most and Xbox sold the least. I don't know. That might have a clue. But between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, majority is going there for the PS5. They are. All right. Even if they got the Pro down to $500, they're still going to go for the $399 PS5. There is no point to worry about a low costing Pro model. Unleash the Pro that was what it's meant to do, be a powerful hardware that is significantly better than PS5 for this gen. All these Xbox guys giving advice, stop it. Your main console is the Series X. You're not smart enough to give advice. No one's listening to you. If your main console is Series X, I'm sorry. We're not listening to you. Gamers are not listening to you. You chose the Series X for a reason. No. Sorry. Invalidated. Sorry, buddy. No one's listening to your asses, right? The fact that you see your choice, hey, if that's your choice, it's your choice. But we're not listening to your advice because you clearly can't even give yourself good advice. You chose the Series X as your main platform, bro. We told y'all what was going to happen. But y'all didn't listen. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. The coping seating among these guys is just insane. PS5 Pro, listen, there is no mid-gen refresh console war because Microsoft's not even participating. So you're really going to have to wait till next gen. And even then, it's not even worth it. Microsoft is not creating a console to compete in a console war for the 10th generation of gaming. No, there is no 10th gen console. If you even try, you're just going to embarrass yourself. Just accept the fact that Microsoft, the only reason they even bother that they're going to make another console, the only reason they're even going to bother with making another console is for the Game Pass gamers. They're not going to lose, assuming, let's say 50% of the Game Pass gamers is on console, that's 15 million Game Pass gamers. The console's for the 15 million. It ain't for you hardcore, loyal, still want your girl back, even though she did some nasty shit with the other dudes. She did some OnlyFans. Nasty shit. Nasty. You still want her back, bro. Puerto77. I'm out of here. You guys take care. Peace.
Grand opening, grand closing.